I really believe that I am a Christian, yet my spirituality has evolved over time and is founded on my encounters with God. My adolescent years were idealized to the fullest extent possible. Each person follows their own path. It's ready for you to use. All you have to do is walk it. Since I was the only kid and clearly very bored, I used to amuse myself and my parents by mimicking the voices of various television characters, such as Scooby-Doo and Boo Boo. People will eventually come to see me for who I really am. The reason gossip is called gossip is because it's not necessarily true. I have such a type A personality that I arrange my meals well in advance for road trips. I use a cooler and roll hard. I am a serious person. I wish to stay away from consuming fast food in the end. I make an effort to avoid it. On these journeys, you have a plenty of time. You can either golf all day or drink all day, as Alice Cooper once quipped. There was a time when I believed I was Batman. I suppose that comedy has always been a part of the world for me. And because I was raised as an only child, nothing really made me happier as a youngster than to see my parents laugh. I recall having many costumes and items lying around the home, and I would do everything to make my parents laugh. Growing up, I was always taught that talking about money is impolite and shouldn't be the source of inspiration. I didn't want the kind of attention I had kind of fallen into in my music career and movies. I also do a bad job in auditions. I'm not very skilled at it. I did films like Alpha Dog and Black Snake Moan in the beginning, as the filmmakers didn't invite me to try out. Being present in the moment is, in my opinion, the only way to do anything really timeless. You don't just sit there and wish that this will be remembered for all time. All you have to do is be genuine, and I believe that necessitates being present. Growing up, I sung in churches. We like to refer to Memphis as the blues capital of the world. Is there anything more dull than boredom? Stillness. Being compared to someone so amazing makes me feel really lucky. Michael Jackson is legendary. My parents are very amazing, and they have given me a lot of support. In order to really express myself, I needed independence. That's the main focus of Justified. I would never act out of retaliation. If you were to ask what pop is at the moment, hip-hop, if I had to choose. Making ensuring the music I performed reflected who I am was the hardest task. You really don't have to answer to anybody when you're by yourself, which is the finest thing about it. You act in accordance with your desires. There are no limits while I'm in the studio. The violation of your privacy is the worst part of becoming famous. I firmly think that thoughts can move objects. Each project you work on teaches you something new. A producer and an artist may sometimes work together to create magic like to that of Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones. Regarding my own musical career, my relationship with Timberlake is comparable to that of Marty Scorsese and Robert De Niro. I'm grateful to be working in this field. I consider myself quite fortunate. I suppose I should be amused by the fact that I was raised in public. I have records of every strange phase I went through as a teenager. Why wasn't I informed about how awful some of those costumes were? I have 20,000 girlfriends worldwide. In every relationship I've had, I've taken advantage of the female. All the affection is too much for them to take. When it comes to music, I'm a mutt because I listen to everything. I used to pretend to be whatever I heard when I was little. It's really the reason I think I was able to pursue music and singing more than anything else. I was a devoted basketball player when I was little. I urged my parents to get me vocal lessons so I could learn how to sing properly, but I was also playing point guard for my school and competing in junior Olympic basketball. However, I wanted to pursue a career in entertainment, including music, movies, and television. Regarding the press, they will express their opinions as they see fit. It's correct probably between 10 and 15% of the time. I like things that are straightforward. I like sneaking into theaters to see movies. I love watching movies. I am a product of my influences, but I actually didn't strive to produce urban music. I have no connection to any hoopla that is directed at me. To me, true love is when she's the last thing on your mind before you go to sleep, and the first thing you think about when you wake up. I've had a terrific time with the fans. Asking me to sign anything for them isn't too much to ask, in my opinion. Although the appropriate aroma might elevate your sense of style, it should never overpower your true self. It ought to enhance your identity. In the event that I were to recommend something, it would most likely be footwear. I have 2 breakfasts and work out in the mornings. I'll eat 1 scrambled egg and waffles with almond butter and flaxseed.